Hello friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. It's time for another you-driven video. A little while back, I asked you guys, what is your signature scent and why? Like, what fragrance do you love to wear more than any other? If somebody said, hey, I know how you smell, it's this, what fragrance would that be? What are some of the best signature scents for men? That is what I asked you. You responded, you voted, and today I'm going over with you guys your options, your choices for 10 best signature scents for men. Let's jump into it. As always, guys, these will be linked in the description below, and I want to thank every single one of you that left a comment with your signature scent or voted on somebody else's signature scent by giving them the old thumbs up. If you want to be potentially in a future video, I have another question up on the community tab of the YouTube channel. Check that out whenever you want, and you can leave a comment or you can upvote other people's comments. So let's go ahead and just jump straight into this one. The first comment was from Bryce Baker. This was the most upvoted comment of them all. He said, the Aventus DNA. So your signature scent is a DNA. That could sound wrong. Hey, what's your signature scent? What do you like to spray onto your body? Yeah, you know, just DNA. Thankfully, he does go on. That could be Mont Blanc Explorer, L'Aventure, Citra Boisé, or Aventus itself. That DNA seems to always work well on my skin and always gives me a pleasant wearing experience. Actually, very surprisingly to me anyway, Bryce mentioned L'Aventure. And then the second highest vote getting comment was from somebody else saying L'Aventure. So I didn't include that one because it was L'Aventure twice in a row, but somehow All Homme and L'Aventure was number one and number two comment as far as best signature scent. Now, in case for some reason you're unaware of L'Aventure, it is a clone of Creed Ventus by All Homme, one of many clones. But what can I say? I mean, Bryce basically hit it with this one. Aventus, I feel like when you talk to a lot of people who are into fragrances, it's gonna come up over and over if you're asking them, hey man, what do you think I should try out for a signature scent? And the reason for that is Aventus is pretty easy to wear. I think everybody would agree with that. It's extremely versatile. It's a compliment puller, blah, blah, blah. We all know the drill with Aventus. But if somebody is getting into fragrances and let's say they've only ever smelled designers and they want to start smelling something that is a bit higher end, but they still want it to have those designer sensibilities, then Aventus, again, is going to be where a lot of people point them to. Like, hey man, just try out Aventus, see how that works for you. So as a signature scent, absolutely, Aventus makes so much sense. Thank you, Bryce. Up next, we've got one from Julio Gonzalez, who says, Aqua di Gio Profondo, hands down the best fragrance in existence. 0 to 100 there. If you feel that way about any scent, then that should be your signature scent. So I'm there with you, man. You like it that much, it should absolutely be your signature. Always get crazy compliments while wearing Profundo, he says. And yeah, I love Aqua di Gio Profondo too. I think it smells really nice. I'm a big Aqua di Gio fanboy, always have been, probably always will be, unless they really screw the line up. And Profundo is my favorite right now to wear in the line. I think this stuff is awesome. Love how they modernized the Aqua di Gio DNA with this scent. Now we're talking DNA again. And it has this good minerality to it, like a very slight green touch with that aquatic feel. Super versatile, love the stuff. As Julio points out, big compliment puller. Up next, we got one from Christian Fraser, who says either Why Le Parfum or Aqua di Gio Profumo. All the Aqua di Gios making an appearance here. I didn't really think about this before, but these bottles really go well together. Got this like slick black tuxedo look going on. Christian goes on to say both are year-round beauties and can be worn in any situation. Both also last at least 10 to 12 hours on my skin. Fantastic, that's beast mode performance. So Why Le Parfum, very similar to Why Eau de Parfum, only this one is, we'll say, a little bit more grown up than Why EDP, but a similar kind of feel here. Obviously another fragrance massive in terms of compliments. And so is Aqua di Gio Profumo, which is another modernized take on the Aqua di Gio DNA, with incense added in to boot, giving it a little more year-round versatility. Up next, we've got the Hispanic Jukebox, who says, for me, it has always been Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. I have hundreds of fragrances, and that's always been my all-time favorite fragrance. And since it's highly versatile, I can wear it whenever I want. This is something that I've talked about before when it comes to signature scents. A lot of people will think of, I gotta have a signature scent that is crazy unique. Nobody else has. My signature scent has got to be some off-the-wall fragrance that is just completely unique from everything else that anybody else could ever wear. But I think for the vast majority of fragrance lovers out there, their signature scent usually ends up being something that does have very good versatility that they themselves love the smell of. Something that puts a smile on their face, that they don't have to worry about, is this gonna fit in where I'm going or what I'm doing? Just something they can grab, spray, and go that makes them happy and boosts their confidence. So that versatility, I think, is reflected in your guys' answers and the fragrances here. Because look at what we've had so far. Aventus, Aqua di Gio, Bleu de Chanel. And yeah, Hispanic Jukebox is absolutely correct. Super versatile, you can wear it whenever you want. People love Bleu de Chanel. Up next, Harry Robson, or is it Harry Robson? Terre d'Hermes Parfum. It's a classy and long-lasting fragrance that makes for a wonderful, inoffensive office-wearing scent. Yes. And I do like very much that you specified Terre d'Hermes Parfum. That version does not get mentioned so much. Terre d'Hermes Eau de Toilette, obviously, that gets mentioned a good amount still to this day. Eau Très Fraîche, the new Eau Givre, all those get mentioned. But Parfum very often does not. And yeah, this is a Parfum version of the original Eau de Toilette. So you know what you're getting here. Something a little bit richer, a little bit smoother. As you said, extremely classy. Terre d'Hermes Parfum, a fragrance that I love very much. Sean Kearns is up next, and his choice is Dior Homme 2020. It's versatile, smells amazing, pulls compliments, and I've been told by a few folks that if they smelled it on other people, it would remind them of me. And yeah, that's pretty much what a signature scent is, right? It's something that you love so much and wear so often that the people that you come into contact with frequently begin to associate that fragrance with you. So then if they smell it somewhere else in their mind, they're going to immediately kind of connect you to that scent and go, whoa, wait a second, is Sean Kearns here? Because it smells like he is. That's essentially a signature scent. That's what it is in olfactive form. Dior Homme 2020 as well. This is one I've talked about extensively on the channel since it came out. I really crapped on it when it came out. Crapped on it a lot. Did not enjoy the change that Dior did away from Iris. I was, of course, a fanboy of the Dior Homme line, still am. And I was pouting, pouting in the corner that they would dare change it. Oh, how could you do this? Of course, I got over it and wore the fragrance more and then realized how stupid I sounded complaining. Change happens. You got to deal with it, And I got to say, it's really good. If you want a modern, woody, masculine scent with hyper versatility, this stuff is great. Be honest with you guys here, I do like the original Dior Homme more still, but if you're asking me which one is more wearable for more people, it's Dior Homme 2020, and I don't think it's really all that close. Travis Simone is up next, and he's got a good one. Chanel Platinum Egoiste. He says, it was my very first fragrance, and even now, after having over 30 other fragrances, this is still the one I reach for the most. The days that I don't wear it feels wrong. Nice first fragrance. I'm on board with this. I've said this before in videos in the past, but my very, very, very first fragrance was Brut, if you want to count that. And then after that was Drakkar Noir. So those were the first two scents that I ever wore in elementary school. Brut, Drakkar Noir. So if you're telling me your first fragrance is Platinum Egoiste, I'm on board with that. This classic style of scent here, that barbershop-y sort of cleanliness to it, classically masculine. Yeah, nice. Miguel Bain up next. L'Homme Ideal Eau de Toilette, undoubtedly one of the most underrated fragrances ever and overshadowed by the Eau de Parfum concentration. The almond note here is divine and unparalleled with some soft touches of leather and woods. Very addictive. I also very much enjoy L'Homme Ideal in pretty much all of its forms, all of the different flankers. And this one that kicked it off, a fantastic scent. So I agree with you there. And it's even better the times that you can find it at discounters for a pretty good price. It's just like the cherry on top. L'Homme Ideal Eau de Toilette, especially in the United States, is going to be a fragrance that is absolutely under the radar. Most people are not going to know about this because it's not going to be in their local Sephora or Ulta or whatever. So this is going to give you a little more exclusivity, but it's going to have that versatility and that wearability that I talked about earlier in the video, where you have a signature scent that you can spray on and rock without having to think too much about it. So it's a really nice choice. I like this one. Alien Havoc is up next, and his choice, Dior Sauvage Elixir. Not a surprise to see Sauvage Elixir. I've talked about this, but every time I tell you guys, hey, give me whatever, this fragrance, this fragrance, this fragrance, let me know what you wear in these situations, Sauvage Elixir pops up. I can tell you guys, what fragrance would you wear when you're hiking in the desert in the middle of summer, and there would be somebody like, oh yeah, dude, Sauvage Elixir. Under the desert sun, this is fantastic. Anyone who knows and has been around me long enough would recognize that scent if they smell it anywhere else. A gorgeous, masterfully done beast of a fragrance by master perfumer Francois Dimache. It's my signature that must be worn at least 1 to 2 times a week in my rotations. Sprays adjusted by occasion and environmental temperature. I like how in detail Alien Havoc has gone here. And actually, I'm completely in agreement with what you're saying. Most fragrances, like really almost all fragrances, can be worn in many more situations than might be commonly accepted. And a lot of that has to do with understanding how the fragrance works with your skin, how the performance is, the projection, longevity, etc., and adjusting your sprays up and down as necessary. So as you said, Sauvage Elixir, you can wear it more often than just dead of winter. Just don't maybe spray on the same amount if you're going somewhere where it's going to be a little hotter as you would when it's very cold. Still, I don't think Sauvage Elixir would make a great desert hiking fragrance, for what that's worth. Last one from Chris Shio, sorry if I butchered that. Creed Silver Mountain Water. It's a fragrance that I absolutely love. I wear it for me, even around the house. It makes me feel uplifted, unique, and more confident. All those awesome things. So if it does that for you, absolutely wear it out. It's so unique that if anyone were to smell it on someone, they would say, that smells like Chris. I don't think I've ever run into anyone who was wearing it except for the person who introduced me to it 10 years ago. And she didn't wear it, she just was in love with the smell. She was a model. I wanted her. So I bought a bottle and I got a 2-for-1 deal, if you get what I'm saying. My signature scent and her. Gotta put that in the win column. Oh man, good for you, Chris, good for you. I like how he just threw that in there. She was a model and I wanted her. So I bought this bottle and 2-for-1, baby. You gotta get in touch with Creed. They want to hear from you for their marketing. Put that up there, splash page on their website. Silver Mountain Water, the choice of models everywhere, or models think it's sexy. Love the story though, and as I said, if you have a signature scent that works for you like this, puts you in a good mood, how much more can you ask for? Ultimately, you do want to be happy with what you're wearing, right? You want it to work for you as well. And so when you find the proper signature scent, something that makes you happy and hopefully works well for you in terms of your interactions with other people, that's a beautiful thing. I want to thank all of you out there again for submitting your answers, for voting on these. Again, there's another one up on the community tab right now. Feel free to check it out. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.